Fans of capitalism love to say things like, you tweet about socialism from your iPhone, but you wouldn't have that iPhone without capitalism. If you look at the iPhone, or just about any modern phone really, you'll see that very nearly every critical part was developed with public funding. Microchips, GPS, accelerometers, image sensors, touchscreens, all projects funded by the public, either via the government or the military. And it's not just phone components. Nearly every aspect of modern-day life was funded and created not by the private sector, but by the public sector. Satellites, the internet, waste management, water infrastructure. Things we rely on and take for granted today are the result not of this supposed capitalist innovation, but of public programs. Polio was once a major threat to children around the world. And in 1952, the US faced the worst outbreak it had ever experienced, infecting at least 58,000 people, killing 3,145, and leaving over 21,000 more with varying degrees of paralysis in a single year. But thanks to a team of innovative scientists led by Dr. Jonas Salk, today, polio is little more than a bad memory. Starting in 1948, Dr. Salk dedicated the next 7 years of his life to understanding how polio worked and how we could fight it. In 1955, he was hailed as a hero and a miracle worker.
Who owns the patent on this vaccine?
Well, the people, I would say. There is no patent.
Jonas Salk chose not to patent the vaccine in order to maximize its availability around the world. By 1959, 90 countries were making use of the polio vaccine, and by 1994, the disease had been completely eradicated in North America. The private sector hardly ever drives innovation at all. If something is profitable, it will be produced. Instead of prioritizing new, critically important medicine, the profit motive incentivizes the production of slight variations of existing drugs in order to extend their patents. In this way, capitalism actually prevents innovation by demanding that funding be allocated towards the most profitable ventures, not the ones that will do the most good or drive humanity forward. But this isn't the case everywhere. If we take a country like Cuba, where healthcare is nationalized, we see a completely different approach. Since they're not beholden to the profit motive, Cuba has made astounding medical advances even with a drastically lower GDP than the US, not to mention decades of crippling US sanctions. Cuban doctors are renowned the world over, and during the pandemic, they not only easily handled their own outbreak, they also sent their doctors and medical supplies to countries who needed them most, all without the expectation of any kind of profit.